reaches the edge. After he goes as far as any man can possibly go, how does his son continue?
First person to ever venture far enough up to see what the Earth looked like was a guy named Auguste Piccard. Most of us have never heard of this person because when he made it to the stratosphere, he said he saw what appeared to be a flat disk with an upturned edge. Now, after Auguste Piccard ventured to the stratosphere, we have the U.S. Air Force showing us the stars from space for the very first time. And when you look at what they showed us, what they actually saw, you begin to understand why the moon landing never had stars in the background, why they're not showing us stars from space anymore, because it's very difficult to pull this off.
The sky is deep black.
You can see the stars.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and pretty much all the time you can see the stars.
The sky, of course, was black.
The heavens are 10 times as bright, stars 10 times as numerous.
And we cannot see stars.
The thing about Carl Sagan, billions and billions, there really are billions and billions of stars, and you can see them.
It's an unfathomable blackness, like texture you feel like you could stick your hand into.
And that's when things start to get weird, because people have gone back and looked at declassified documents that for some reason keep mentioning a flat, non-rotating Earth. over and over again. It's in their flight plans. It's in all their working models. This flat, stationary Earth, repetitive.
We might have found it. I've been wanting to do this one for so long, and we're finally doing it. The Lost City of Atlantis. Maybe it's not just a myth, it's time. Everyone knows the story. Advanced civilization existed long ago that got lost under the sea. And there is a location in the Western Sahara Desert of Mauritania known as the Eye of the Sahara, or the Richat Structure. Yeah, this one's been beaten to death by all the Atlantis hunters, but it does have striking similarities to Plato's definition of the lost city over 2,000 years ago. Concentric circles, 3 of water, 2 of land, opening to the sea in the south and mountains to the north. White, black, and red stones and an abundance of gold, all of which are prominent features of the Mauritania region. Not to mention, it was even recorded on this ancient map by Roman geographer Pomponius Mela around 43 AD as Atlante, in the same geographical region as the Richat Structure. You ever get tired of me saying it must be a coincidence? And the debunkers are likely cringing right now, which is sort of my specialty, as the Richat Structure is one of their favorite sites to shit on, even though it is one of the least studied places on Earth, as it is in a very remote area. You know, red zone, super dangerous, overrun by rogue military forces type shit. But follow-up LiDAR scans of the area did have some interesting finds. Thousands of what appear to be ancient man-made structures found beneath the sands of the Eye of the Sahara. Definitely not something we could call natural. Not necessarily proving Atlantis, but showing that an unrecorded civilization existed in this extremely remote desert sometime in the past. But further in-depth excavation of the region is conveniently too risky to pursue, and any career archaeologists found supporting Atlantis will get mocked and discredited in their communities, so they just try to avoid it. But where did this idea of a lost advanced civilization that sank beneath the ocean even come from? The earliest formal account is by famed Greek philosopher Plato around 360 BC in one of his many dialogues about a perfect utopian society called Atlantis, which was governed by Atlas. You know, that guy who holds the world on his shoulders. Atlantis roughly translates to Island of Atlas. In Plato's writing Critias, an ancestor of his named Solon visited Egypt way back in 600 BC, where he's told by Egyptian priests of this great advanced civilization that was destroyed by a flood 9,000 years ago, whose story has been passed down for generations and is recorded all over the temples in Egypt. Now, 9,000 years ago from that time would be around 9600 BC, conveniently aligned with the Younger Dryas impact, a hypothesized event that resulted in global cataclysms that flooded the world that is scientifically backed by geological core samples. And Atlantis was around for much longer than that. 9600 BC is just when it got wiped out. It's here where Plato described how it looked with great detail, which many claim is just a myth, a work of fiction that he wrote. And Plato did write many dialogues of presumably fictitious events, such as the allegory of the caves or conversations among friends in the Republic. But he would make it quite obvious in his texts when these fictitious dialogues were just stories that discussed hypothetical, philosophical, or moralistic ideas. In his dialogue Critias, he describes Atlantis in great length, providing super accurate details and dates that had little connection to his overall message of the story. And the strangest part of Critias is that it just ends in the middle of a sentence. Yeah, he didn't even finish this story, as it just comes to an abrupt end as soon as Zeus is about to give an epic speech. Was there someone who told him to stop writing? Did he actually finish it and it was later erased from history? Or was it just fiction that he got bored of and he moved on to other writings? We can honestly never know for sure, but this isn't the last time Atlantis is mentioned in history. But these stories, right? They're just made up myths. Where is the evidence? We'll get to that, because the Temple of Edfu in Egypt has carved into its walls a story about a lost civilization that got flooded and destroyed by a great cataclysm, sounding like a broken record at this point. And Egypt has a recorded lineage of kings that goes back over 30,000 years, but is commonly regarded as just a myth. According to these Egyptian myths, in these earliest of times was a god named Thoth, who was born around 36,000 years ago in an idyllic civilization, where he accumulated great knowledge about the world, the universe, astronomy, writing, government, and even how to achieve immortality, and recorded them on giant slabs of green stones known as the Emerald Tablets. Everything was all fine and dandy until that pesky flood rolls along and destroys everything around 11,000 years ago, 9600 BC. Thoth survives the deluge and is instructed, among a few others, to pass the divine knowledge of the Emerald Tablets on to the next generation. One of the places he visits was a region called Kem, which we know today as Egypt, where he reintroduces civilization to a land of savages. He taught the early pre-Egyptians how to write with hieroglyphics, along with astronomy, agriculture, governing, and all the basics of civilization, and allegedly introduced them to the pyramids, which were leftover relics from Thoth's original civilization that got destroyed by the global floods. A similar version of this story is also retold in the Phaedrus, another written work by Plato. Some claim that Thoth was actually Atlantean. and that these megastructures around the world, like the pyramids, Easter Island heads, Kailash Temple, Gunung Padang, Saskatchewan, and so on, are all relics of the Atlantean Empire. Because according to this, Atlantis wasn't just a city or an island, it was a global civilization that existed over 30,000 years ago, and we might just have the evidence for it.
The Nazi empire that's under the ice is a full-scale, massive area. And when I'm talking area, I'm talking, some of these things are hundreds of square miles. I was contacted by a foreign special operations guy, contacted me and told me about the deal that his government had made with the, if you will, civilization of giants beneath the ice. There are some things that need to be classified, but I'm believing that we're going to see basically the roof blown off of the classification of all the ancient history and all the mysteries. What's fascinating is, whether people are seeing satellite photos of crashed UFOs or even entrances into ice caves, all of the legends and the different special forces groups, like, for instance, British SAS groups that have gone down there and only some of them come out, the creatures like Yeti, Bigfoot, whatever they encounter. You're talking about a base for huge motherships which fly in and out of the Antarctic continent, or the, if you will, the alien bases. You're talking about submarine bases, and you're talking about some of the biggest stargates, actual stargates in the world. All the power that is being generated by this, we'll call it alien power source, is what powers up all of the gates that are on this planet. But again, what's important is that these are occupied bases, and they are with sentient beings. The Nazi base there has been under, construction since the end of World War II. Darren has said his exact words, we have created a Shangri-La in the most inhospitable place on the planet for the Fuhrer. When you know what's going on in the history of a thing, you can obviously understand that there seems to be a cohesive attempt to subjugate humanity and to get rid of a whole lot of us humans. And as a human, I'm not really happy with a post-human future. When Byrd was just booking over to be a polar explorer, he was tractor beamed into a place where he met the king of the world. He said, I saw pyramids made of a shiny, metal-like surface which felt so evil that he could not come closer to the objects to fully investigate them. There is a magma pool under Antarctica that is 10 times the size of the one that's under Yellowstone. There was an area that changed radically from something that was the frozen wasteland to an over-lush, almost like primal forest or a primal jungle environment. Even said he claimed he saw with his binoculars living woolly mammoths, okay? This was in 1947. When Jesus and Satan got into it over who was the ruler of the world, well, because of mankind's fall, if you will, rebellion against God, the devil gained control. And look, the devil, Satan, Lucifer means light bringer. And I think that one of the things that's interesting, and it's really important, is that there are so many records that are hidden that are now being brought forth. Lucifer has a kingdom. People don't understand that there used to be a planet called Rahab. It's the exploded planet of Lucifer. The true history of the world is covered over and covered up.
This world is not what you have been told. Have you ever wondered why all these unexplainable ancient structures are built on the Earth's energy grid? The explanation stems from the emerald tablets of Thoth, who was also known as Idris, Enoch, Hermes, Metatron, or Quetzalcoatl. In these tablets, Thoth mentions a technology called stargates many, many times. He explains that they enabled him to travel instantaneously between various locations on Earth and even to other worlds. And this is how these stargates worked. The stargates use Earth's energy grid, a network of natural energy lines that crisscross the planet. By aligning the stargates with these energy lines, Thoth could tap into a limitless source of power, enabling instantaneous travel. These energy lines are now called ley lines to hide their true power, but it gets even crazier. Look at all these ancient sites, they all lie on stargate locations. This is because Thoth built every single one. He traveled the globe spreading spiritual wisdom, advanced technology, and profound astronomical knowledge. This is also how every site aligns with constellations or celestial objects. Thoth was known by many names in different cultures because he used these stargates to travel and build sites. Do you think Thoth built more sites on other planets?
This unique newsreel footage from January 1928 shows an impressive attempt in the middle of a large German city. With a high degree of precision, an Opel 4PS is remotely guided through a crowded city. Passing pedestrians, cyclists, and even a tram, the driverless Opel is controlled safely to its final destination.
The real story of the Tartarian Empire has been hidden from us for centuries. The Tartarians were a vast advanced civilization that built structures and had technology far beyond what we have been led to believe was possible for their time. But why were they erased from history? It is because they knew about the hermetic principles of frequency and energy. They lived in accordance with the natural laws of the universe. They utilized that knowledge to be able to build structures like these. They harnessed free energy, built advanced infrastructure, and held the secrets to increasing the longevity of human life. The reason people using horses and carts were able to build these types of structures is because they were not using horses and carts. The images of the past were altered. Tartarians used these laws of the universe, frequencies and vibrations, to shift to the dimension above. But there's more. This knowledge connects to the ancient Egyptians. This is also how they were able to build the pyramids. So how were they wiped off the face of the earth? The Great Reset was a series of catastrophic events orchestrated to wipe Tartaria off the map and rewrite history. We are talking mud floods, fires, and biological warfare. I mean, you've seen all these buildings with doors and windows halfway in the ground. Do you think that's normal? The world is not what you have been told. We once had access to free energy, and they've been lying to us ever since. There is significant evidence showing that Nikola Tesla was on course to changing our universe forever. In the early 1900s, Tesla developed a technology called the Wardenclyffe Tower. This was more than just a transmission tower. Tesla designed it so it was able to wirelessly transmit electricity across the globe by harnessing the Earth's natural energy. He was able to power his home and devices without a single wire. But here is where it gets dark. Tesla's invention threatened powerful individuals who controlled the energy market. J.P. Morgan, who initially funded Tesla, pulled the plug on the project when he realized that free energy couldn't be metered or monetized. But it gets even stranger. Tesla's lab mysteriously burnt down, and many of his notes and prototypes disappeared. Tesla's discoveries went beyond just wireless electricity. He hinted at tapping into what he called radiant energy, a limitless source of power derived from the very fabric of space itself, similar to what modern scientists refer to as zero-point energy. Many say that this is also how the Tartarians were able to pull off so many of their technological and architectural feats. Do you think this tower is still in use today?
You are looking at patent US 3626605A. Method and apparatus for generating a gravitational force field. This patent may have something to do with a secretive society known as the Gravity Research Foundation, founded in 1948. This is a very interesting time period because it aligns exactly when an explosion of media reports and sightings of flying saucers exploded across the United States. The Gravity Research Foundation included some of the top scientists in the world. This group went around placing a dozen stone monuments in front of universities, asking students to look for an effect called gravitational shielding. It went on to say that whoever found the effect of gravitational shielding would unleash a new power and an entire new set of physics that would allow for things like flying saucers and space travel.
There are no aliens. There's just the civilizations that live beyond the ice wall.
The hell you talking about?
See, they want you to believe that there's these alien civilizations out in the depths of outer space that may or may not be coming to get you, but it's just a facade. The reality is that there are simply civilizations beyond what we can observe, beyond the ice wall, right here on planet Earth, but just in regions we have been kept from seeing, kept from knowing about. These civilizations beyond the ice wall, as you could imagine, have technology far beyond what we can fathom, and so when they fly above us in their inconceivably advanced ships, we kind of misconstrue it with the idea of quote-unquote aliens from space, when in reality it's just advanced civilizations from Earth. But of course, the oligarchs want you to be scared and have this fear of the great unknown, and so they peddle this narrative about outer space and alien encounter theories. Whole time all of these other advanced beings are right here on Earth. As always, this is just a joke for entertainment purposes. Don't come for me.
In 1976, deep in the jungles of Myanmar, something extraordinary was uncovered. a team of determined archaeologists embarked on a dig that would reveal a shocking discovery. 50 feet underground, their tools struck metal, something rusted, ancient, and not of this world. Slowly, they uncovered a rusted, circular structure. The remains of a UFO buried beneath the earth. The alien craft was weathered, its surface marked with symbols that defied explanation. These symbols? Messages, perhaps? A language unknown to mankind, left behind by visitors from the stars. The team worked tirelessly, documenting every inch of this otherworldly relic. Finally, the entire craft was revealed, a relic from another world lying dormant beneath our feet. Inside, the craft was eerily preserved, as if waiting to be discovered or reawakened. Strange technology lay within, silent and dormant, but brimming with unknown potential. They knew they had stumbled upon something that could change history, something that could reveal the truth about humanity's place in the universe. Every detail was carefully recorded, knowing that the world would demand answers, but the craft held its secrets tightly, refusing to give up all of its mysteries. The team leader knew this discovery could change everything, but at what cost? For now, the craft was reburied, its secrets hidden once more. Left for another time, another team, to uncover its full story, a secret buried in time, waiting to be unearthed again. What other secrets lie hidden beneath the earth, waiting to be discovered? Thank you for watching.
I thought I got a signal. Our preview of Tomorrowland, a vista into a world of wondrous ideas, signifying man's achievement, a step into the future, with predictions of constructive things to come. Tomorrow offers new frontiers in science, adventure, and ideals, and the hope for a peaceful and unified world.
The site is active.
The greatest minds in history abandoned us, and they don't want us to know about tomorrow. 126 years ago, it began, but now we must uncover their secrets and stop Plus Ultra. If you discovered a secret place where nothing was impossible, would you keep it to yourself?
Plus Ultra. Plus Ultra is a secret society, comprised of the greatest minds throughout history, that created Tomorrowland. Their motto is Cra est Noster, which means tomorrow is ours in Latin. It was founded in 1889 by Nikola Tesla, Thomas Edison, Jules Verne, and Gustave Eiffel. It went on to include other members such as Mark Twain, Ray Bradbury, and Walt Disney. By creating Tomorrowland, members hope to build a technologically and scientifically advanced world without hindrance or interference. On September 9, 1889, a secret meeting was held in the private apartment at the top of the Eiffel Tower, during the 1889 Universal Exposition of Paris. Gathered at this meeting were four of the greatest minds of the time: Gustave Eiffel, Thomas Edison, Jules Verne, and Nikola Tesla. Eiffel, the host of the meeting, posed three questions to the men. What is the best possible future for all mankind? How do we make it? How do we make people want it? Each man held a different answer. Edison felt our world to be too fragile for the wrong answer. yet was intrigued by the idea of utopia. Tesla wanted a playground of boundless creativity, free from corrupting influences of any kind. Verne wanted codes of ethics, to remind people what they were working towards and working for. While the men didn't quite meet eye to eye, they agreed and concluded that progress and innovation wasn't moving fast enough, and that they had to put aside their differences and self-interests and work together to make the world better. Thus, led to the formation of a secret society of similar forward-thinking and optimistic people. It was Verne who suggested the name. He remembered that the warning non plus ultra, given to the heroes of antiquity venturing into realms unknown. Thus, they called their society plus ultra, Latin for further beyond. By forming this society, they hoped to bring the best and the brightest people together to further drive progress and change the world. On May 17, 1899, plus ultra scientists, working in Colorado Springs, detected small, electromagnetic signals of exotic origin. Using experimental technology, they traced the energy signals to a world very much like Earth, except unclaimed and unspoiled. On June 30, 1908, Plus Ultra launched a rocket from Siberia carrying the experimental, exploratory aircraft, the Columbiad, to the other world at 9:32 a.m. later. At exactly 12:47 p.m. Plus Ultra tried and failed to bring back the exposition by through nuclear detonation. At 1:47 p.m., they tried again, and detonated another bomb. This time they succeeded, and brought the Columbiad back through a rip in the fabric of reality, with just seconds to spare. Robert Peary reported that the terrain they had surveyed was rich in resources and hospitable for colonization. Filippo Marinetti, on the other hand, was visibly rattled by the experience, and for weeks could only muster one word out of unintelligible speech: beautiful. These experiments would become known as the Tunguska event. In 1926, Plus Ultra was performing experiments with subatomic particle beams to create a seemingly safer way to reach the other world. However, by 1928, it was discovered, when the Society's Zeppelins burst into flames, that the experiments had caused the other world to become uninhabitable. It took several years in man and robot hours to repair the damage. By 1937, Plus Ultra began its running start program, a technique in which Society aircraft made portals to the other world in areas where the fabric of reality is quite thin. Leading this program was Amelia Earhart. In June and July of that year, Earhart began her experiments along the equator, under the guise of a world flight. Aboard her modified plane, the Little Red Bus, she, a Faustus android, and her co-pilot Fred Noonan made several jump attempts in South America, India, and Asia. On July 2, they made their final attempt to jump in the Central Pacific. As they were about to break through the reality barrier, they were shot down by Henry Stevens, who was on a nearby island below. Amelia and the Faustus made it to the other world, but at the loss of Noonan. Earhart was later able to make it an old Plus Ultra outpost and contact the others. By 1955, Plus Ultra had a permanent residence at Disneyland, which was created by member Walt Disney. By 1966, Plus Ultra had recruited its last known inductee, Ray Bradbury. Founders of Plus Ultra: Nikola Tesla, Thomas Edison, Jules Verne, Gustav Eiffel. Later members: Herbert George, H. G. Wells, Samuel Langhorne, Mark Twain, Clemens, Auguste Lumière, Louis Lumière, George Washington Carver, Marie Curie, Bertrand Russell, Hugo Gernsback, Filippo Tommaso Emilio Marinetti, Robert Peary, Albert Einstein, Leo Szilard, Fritz Lang, Howard Hughes, Amelia Earhart, Fred Noonan, John von Neumann, Le Corbusier, Orson Welles, Jacques Cousteau, Walt Disney, Max Stevens, Henry Stevens, David Nix, Carlos Moreau, M.T. Lott, Ray Bradbury, R.S. Abbey. Former members: Werner Rothfong, Fritz Dunquist, Frank Walker, From Q Post 3555. Time travel is fun?
Since the dawn of recorded history, mankind has boldly pursued its destiny, bolstered by an unwavering belief in progress. Yet progress has a dark cost. With every advance comes the great temptation to misuse new knowledge for domination. Innovation, if left ungoverned by conscience, can lead to destruction. Yet, there is no such thing as fate. We can, and always must, make our own future. Paris, 1889. A World's Fair just like this one. 4 of the world's most brilliant minds, Edison, Eiffel, Verne, Tesla, come together to form Plus Ultra, a group dedicated to the cultivation of mankind's greatest resource, imagination. And upon that foundation, they would build their dream, a place where nothing was impossible. But no dream can be achieved without struggle. The collective minds of our brilliant membership gave birth to the greatest technological advances of the new century. Each step forward brought new dreams and new nightmares, pushing us ever higher and ever closer to the abyss. In the hands of corporate interests bent on profit and governments locked in perpetual war, the possibility of mutually assured destruction became inevitable. And so, working in secret, free of the corruptions of money, politics, and power, the world's greatest minds have collaborated on another path for humanity. A tomorrow we need not fear, but one we can aspire to. And that, fellow traveler, is why you have been invited here. At long last, we are building that tomorrow. You are about to enter a world of miracles and wonders, a shining beacon of hope for humankind. And in just 20 short years, we will share this extraordinary place with the entire world. So, would you like to see it?
From Q Post 144. Everything has meaning. Disney is a distraction.
Commemorative album, which revolves around his favorite moments. Moments that may be best enjoyed as companions to the attractions themselves. Because we believe each attraction will live on for generations to come, we hope you take pleasure in the message of progress that each has to offer. Now, without any further ado, may the reverie begin.
There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, shining at the end of every day. There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, and tomorrow is just a dream away. Man has a dream, and that's the start. He follows his dream with mind and heart. And when it becomes a reality, it's a dream come true for you and me. So there's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, shining at the end of every day. There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, just a dream away.
It looks like the Robins are getting ready to celebrate Valentine's Day today.
For Walt and the Society, this is a passion project that ensures things could be
better than they are today.
And in fact, they are. Maybe not in this world, but in a new world to come.
The moving pictures flicker up on a big screen.
We have immersive motion pictures that can show you this world, where we can travel using our minds to prepare our bodies for the inevitable physical journey.
And I even hear tell about two brothers in North Carolina.
Our immersive motion pictures also reveal flying contraptions with the power to reach any moon, any planet. The same power to drive these contraptions can be used to power appliances, transportation, global communications, to power people, to power peace.
Oh, boy, it sure beats chopping wood. And isn't our new icebox?
The Icebox. There are so many innovations that we keep on ice, ready to share with you and the rest of the world with your support if you choose to step with us through that door.
Carry water from a well. And thanks to progress
and the work of the society, the dreams of tomorrow can be made manifest today.
Yes, sir. We've got everything we need to make life easier. Say, Mother, I was reading about a fellow named Tom Edison
who worked
on an idea
that paved the road to this new world.
Electric lights?
Oh, the society has come so far in so little time, and we look forward to showing you the heart of the project. The advancements we have made are nothing short of electrifying. They will spark change in the lives of people everywhere.
Oh, that's right, folks. Now Sarah has time for other things
Like canning and cleaning the oven?
Yes, two things that can be easily powered using the natural energy that surrounds all of us.
Probably never will.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to get the laundry off the line before it starts raining cats and dogs.
Don't worry. After testing this revolutionary technology, we've been able to harness not just the energy we can see, but the energy we can't.
All you have to do is put your wash on the line, right? Oh, well, the cistern was low anyway.
Wow-wee, look at that.
This energy is free, and it's for everyone.
Before using my new stereoscope. It's not a toy, you know.
Ooh la la.
We can light cities without consuming a single resource.
Isn't she a knockout? She's the star of
the Old World's Fair in Chicago.
Now, you put that away before your mother finds it.
Aw, Dad.
We can enjoy the modern extravagances of mankind without wasting a bit of nature's precious beauty.
It plays music right here in our home.
There's a great big beautiful tomorrow.
She keeps that thing going all day long. Progress.
The world will be lauding our progress for days, months, generations to come, the moment we are prepared to trust them with it. The world can take this free energy to create their own innovations that will further drive progress without overtaxing the precious energy of our citizens. By tapping into this natural energy, the world can focus on using the most renewable resource on the face of this planet: people's creativity.
Now, you be home by 9 o'clock, daughter. You hear me? Oh, well, with all this talking, I've worked up quite a thirst. I think I'll take one of those newfangled trolleys down to the drugstore soda fountain and meet the boys for a cold sarsaparilla.
Because right now we have so much to celebrate.
We're drinking root beer now.
Most of which we've still yet to share. To those joining us, welcome aboard. We're glad to have you along for this next leg of the journey. Now, we're all aware of the facts of life, that every story has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And most people have hopped aboard a similar train of thought, accepting what appears to be the fleeting nature of what we know as life. Even those who seem to live in the world of tomorrow have a tough time switching tracks. We, on the other hand, see another way. We believe in preserving the unique beauty that only Mother Nature can provide in all of its forms, from plant life to animal. And we have successfully developed the technology to do so. Technology that will allow living beings the opportunity to weather any unexpected storm. By coaxing a body into temporary stasis, we can preserve any life form as long as is necessary to repair it. So no longer will one life necessarily be a flash in time. No longer does the end need to be the end. Thanks to groundbreaking discovery and innovation, a new dawn lies in wait for all of us. Even today, in 1964, we are unable to look back through the dark mists of time and see what truly happened to the great primeval beings that ruled the earth before us. But if we break free from the mire of tired thinking, we can focus our attention and efforts on another opportunity that lies ahead. Coupled with our ability to preserve life, we have the power to produce something truly grand. By taking what remains of any life, big or small, we can extract from its core its very essence and regenerate that life to its full glory. On a smaller scale, we can utilize this technology to repair injuries, cure disease, taking the remains of that which has been grounded and empowering it to once again take flight. New applications of these technologies, from preservation to regeneration, are being hatched and tested daily by our experts. Such power would allow us to live our lives free of sickness, free of loss, free of fear. Together, we can survive any unforeseen mishaps, any unexpected turns for the worse, no matter where we stand, no matter the time, as long as we strive to make this gift a reality for all. So join us in your continued support. Be the positive force that drives this old world into the new. We want to thank you again for your continued partnership and support. As we progress into tomorrow, we do hope you think of us, so that one day we may show everyone a world much like the one we were privileged to show you. As you've seen at the fair, advancements in technology are quickly reshaping our planet. We gave you a glimpse at a world without boundaries, a world very much united, a world in which all people are free to reach beyond any ocean, over any mountain, across any continent, and connect with anyone, anywhere on the globe. Only time will tell if this invention will make our world smaller, just as we predict it might. At the Carousel of Progress, we explored the potential of sustainable energy. We imagined utilizing the power that invisibly surrounds us, encircling our planet in great abundance. And remember your cruise along the Magic Skyway? Imagine what good might be done if we used innovations in biology to preserve, repair, and rebuild the bodies of loved ones and prehistoric beasts alike. With Mr. Lincoln, we shared a great moment, paying tribute to freedom, the freedom to dream, the freedom to create. As consummate animators of film, we have since turned our attention to more ambitious animations, the inspiration for which began with a mechanical bird in a cage. This technology was created to provide folks with assistance, and thus great liberty, whether it be freedom from oppression, from the drudgery of daily life, or even the ravages of time. Because all people hope for liberty, we wholeheartedly believe we should strive to deliver it. And advanced robotics will help us do so. Well, we sure have enjoyed riding this wave of the future with you. We are pleased to assure you that we have developed and tested everything we've shared. Innovations that are sure to bring all folks in this world closer together through the power of communication, free energy, biology, and robotics. And with your help, we aim to bring this power from our world to yours. Remember, your keys to our ideas will always be on view in Tomorrowland. We look forward to welcoming you there. So long now.
Evocati Augusti, Plus Ultra 2 years ago. Plus Ultra was started in 1401. I have proof that shows the members that are in the group today. The drawings and paintings I found with Plus Ultra on them from 1536 are undeniable. The tech did work. And the new and old members went back and left a mark. The name on these machines from the 1500s that also say Plus Ultra shows you how one person got it through the government's custody, I'm a Tesla researcher who has lived for 46 years next to his tower in Shoreham, New York, and he named all the roads in my neighborhood. He sent so many people to find info for him, like Mark Twain, met with the Blackfeet Indians. Just crazy what I've found and unlocked the US programs who use Tesla tech. I can prove without a shadow of doubt how far they went back in drawing that were made by time travelers, the tech being used. All of his stuff worked, and don't forget he unlocked ancient tech. He studied the Sumerian tablets before he made anything. The two member are hiding it in plain sight and still nobody gets it. I have about 5 books worth of research on this. I started with just Tesla in my town and then I went down 1,000 rabbit holes. Evocati Augusti, plus ultra, 1 year ago. Ad Meta plus ultra. It's fact. Tesla did make a group at the 1889 Paris Exposition, celebrating something you couldn't even imagine. There is a room and a picture of the member through times on wine glasses. They had a purpose, and Gustav and Tesla met before he left for the United States, and gave him plans for the Eiffel Tower. As when Tesla arrived in Colorado Springs and reporters asked him what was he doing there, he said, "I'm sending a message to the Eiffel Tower." This is all public knowledge. I run the nonprofit OIN Shoreham, New York, where I grew up on Tesla's property, and he named the streets of all the streets. I know the chain of events and followed the tech, due to help with my friends in the Intel community, and followed the tech back to Sumeria. Just like Tesla unlocked the ancient tech. I know for a fact there still are members. I know too. I was ISRF SOC, Air Force Special Forces Command, 18 years and grew up in a R&D, research and development, family in the United States Air Force. I could send you links and I have so much evidence. The 42,000 in my group are way past if it's true. We're way past that. We're still following the tech and when it was used, the Majestic 12 leak, and it was used twice in 1993. The two members now, one comes from Disney and has his Pwn show, the other in the chain of command. His uncle was given everything of Tesla's that the Office of Alien Property took. Not because it was alien. In desperation, Tesla sold 2 tech to 2 enemies during World War II. In '83 this man is seen with the same picture of Tesla but with a dove, and I saw the note to my beloved nephew. If you think it's fake, you're lazy and dumb. Because most of it is public fact. But I don't have time to hold your hand and walk you through it and don't care. I have a background unlike others that I know things nobody even seen. The fact the two members know are showing it in front of your face using the looking glass or state gate tech. It's mind-blowing. You haven't got a clue. We kept encountering antique tiles with a Latin motto, plus ultra, which translates as beyond the ultimate. This is Mar-a-Lago's slogan.
に驚くべきことがあります。私たちは最新の複合現実キャプチャ技術を使用し、私のホログラムを作成しています。実在の人物をホログラムとして見たことがあるかもしれませんが、私が実際に日本語を話しているのが新しいのです。私は日本語を話しませんが、私の声とホログラムは完璧な日本語で話しています。これはニューラルテキスト読み上げと呼ばれる最新の人工知能技術、いわゆるニューラル TTS を使用しています。私たちは自分の声の録音を使用し、私のように聞こえる私自身の個人的な音声署名を作成します。日本語からフランス語、ポルトガル語まで話せます。今、この技術は私たちが働き、遊び、生活する方法に関して、世界中の国境や障壁を取り除くことができると想像してみてください。まさに SF が現実になるところです。
すいません、ロビーはどっち？
ここをまっすぐ行って左だ。
ありがとう。
on a roll like a rolling stone. If I can wait, then there will be a little treat in for me. 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 body's hot. I think I understand this feeling inside. I know I'm ready and I wanna go. Get on a roll like a rolling stone. If I can wait, then there will be a little treat in it for me. If I can wait, then there will be a little treat in for me.